Okay, so yesterday we talked about circles and ellipses. Today we're going to talk about ellipses that are not at the origin. The center is not at the origin. So on all your homework from yesterday, you should have noticed that all of the centers of those circles and ellipses started at the origin. So again, if we look at this chart, our center is HK. Our A is still always greater than B, and we'll be using the A squared minus B squared equals C squared. Okay, so these are the equations we'll be looking at. So let's write the most important thing. So HK is the center, A is always greater than B, and A squared minus B squared equals C squared. So if I want to write those equations, I'll go ahead, the horizontal one, and we can tell it's horizontal because the A is under the X. And the vertical we can tell is vertical because the A is under the Y. Okay, so there's our equations. So let's look at an example. I want to determine the equation. And sketch the graph if my first focus is at 8, 3 and my second focus is at negative 4, 3. And the length of the major axis is 14. Okay, so here they give me already the focus. They tell me what those are. Okay, now I know the distance from the center to one of the focuses is my C value. So to figure out what C is, I can take, or to figure out what the center is, because halfway in between these is going to be the center of the circle, I'm going to do the midpoint formula. Okay, so that's your x plus x divided by 2 and your y plus y divided by 2. Okay, so 8 plus negative 4 divided by 2, 3 plus 3 divided by 2. So that gives me 8 plus negative 4 is 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 3 plus 3 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's my H and K. That's my center. Alright, now if I were to graph these points, it's on, if I were to graph these, it'd be horizontally. So my ellipse is going to be the horizontal ellipse. So I'm going to be using this equation. Okay. Now I can figure out where my vertices are is because the major axis is equal to 2a. So I know 2a is equal to 14. So if 2a is equal to 14, a is equal to 7. So that tells me the distance from the center to the vertices. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's sketch what we know. Okay, we know the center is at 2, 3. Okay, I know my focuses are at negative 4, 3 and 8, 3. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's my focuses. Now, the distance, the vertices, remember from yesterday, is 7 each way from the center. Okay? So I'm going to count from the center 7 each way. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's the vertices, and if I wanted those coordinates, that would be negative 5, 3 and 9, 3. Okay, now all we need to find is the covertex so we can figure out how wide this ellipse is. Okay, so to figure out that, I need to use a squared minus b squared equals c squared. Okay, I know a is 7, so 7 squared is 49. I don't know b, and I know c squared, or I know c is, well, we can count. C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 squared is 36. So that was the distance from the center to the foci. Okay, so now subtract 49. So I get negative b squared equals 13. Negative 13. Well, they can both become positive if I divide by negative 1. Square root. So b equals the square root of 13, which is approximately 3.6. Okay, so I'm going to go up 3.6 and down 3.6 from my center. So 1, 2, 3.6. 1, 2, 3.6. Okay, to get those coordinates, I could just add that to what this y value is 3. So 3 plus 3.6 is 6.6. So that'd be 2, 6.6. And the same way the other way, but I would just subtract. Okay, so now I have, when I connect, my ellipse. Okay, now I need to write the equation because that's what it asks, to determine the equation. Okay, so I have x plus y. Okay, and then it always equals 1. Okay, well I do x minus h, so my h is 2 squared. Y minus k, my k is 3 squared. So hk is your center. Over, okay, now because it's horizontal, my a is going to be underneath the x. Okay, so my a was 7, so that would be 49. Okay, now my b is going to be underneath the y. Well, b is square root of 13, so if I square that, I just get 13. So this would be the equation for that ellipse. Please let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you use your formula chart as a reference and ask for help if you need it. Here's your assignment A8, page 750, 1 through 6, 43, 46, and 48. Please let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.